exploitation. We need to move away from the idea of the warrior hero, and we need to start realizing the power. As we stand here in this nasty weather and we stand here in defiance of the cold rain, we need to also remember that the rules by which we are playing today are rules made by the status quo to preserve the status quo. We need to move away from free speech cages. We need to move away from having to beg for permission to gather and to redress the grievances of our society from the very system that is creating those grievances. We need to start realizing our power as people and start moving away from the context of oppression that's imposed upon us to continue playing the games by the rules of the very system that's keeping us oppressed. We need to take the streets. We need to go on general strikes. We need to do what Wisconsin is doing. This is a nationwide attack against everybody here, and we need to respond with the exact same force that the system is coming after us and stronger.
Sorry. So the next speaker is one of the founders of Answer, which is one of the major organizations that's pulling this thing together today. I'm proud
to chairs are all wet. That's why people not sitting in it. It's not because they don't want to. They just all wet.
There's always enough money for war. Always enough money for the next war. Even at a time when every program, everything that people need is being cut back and we're told there's no money, there's always money for a new war. And now we're seeing a new war today. And no one should be deceived. Here it is, the 8th anniversary of the illegal, the unjust, the vicious invasion and occupation of Iraq. And in Washington, they've chosen to commemorate March 19th, the anniversary of the Iraq War, by launching another war.
We got the Umbrella Brigade.
And we have to say no.
My umbrella's up too. Okay, see y'all at the march. Let's see how close we can get without ruining my camera. I got the umbrella. I like pushing this. Probably not allowed down here. Probably get kicked out. Woo, looky there. Looky there. We're right under it. Oh, hear that? Raining hard, under the waterfall. Better get out of here. I was riding in the middle. Woo. There's some hard rain down there. My umbrella held out though.
Yes, it is devastating to see that it is our schools, our students, our teachers, our secretaries, our custodians, our paraprofessionals, our counselors, our teachers on special assignments that are the ones that are being attacked. The amount of surveys are being cut, wages are being cut, jobs are getting cut, school supplies are getting cut. The amount of students who can afford to go to college and universities is decreasing. The amount of students in the classroom is
the Midwest and an uprising in the Mideast and an uprising in the Midwest. But let's not fool ourselves. Let's not fool ourselves. We know that those revolutions and that uprising didn't happen just on the spur of the moment. It happened through the painstaking work of organizing step by step, person by person. And that's what's going on today. And you know, just like the Blackstone Corporation did not wake up on March 3rd and say, hey, let's sign a contract with the hotel workers. It was a result of a year and a half of strategic, ongoing, relentless courage of the sisters and brothers behind me, the members of Local 2 and the greater labor movement in San Francisco that said you're going to sign a contract. And yesterday, when the Arizona State Senate voted down immigration laws that would have been further attacks on immigrants, it didn't happen at the spur of the moment. It happened because over the course of the last year, through a boycott and concerted activity, the corporations and the business people of Arizona said, enough. It is nice to know that once in a while, corporate greed outpaces and outstrips demagoguery. Sisters and brothers, it's a lot about connecting the dots, but it's also about asking the right questions. The fact is, the question is not, is the surge working, or who should be placed in power in the Mideast to stop the terrorism. The question is, why is America the target of terrorist attacks? That's the question that should be asked. That is the question, because you know as well as I do that the men and women of the working class in America have a hell of a lot more in common with the brothers and sisters who stood on the squares in Egypt and Tunisia and in Yemen, who are fighting for the same things we demand. We demand the same things: freedom and a fair distribution of wealth. We are going to continue to build that movement. They cannot stop us. Together, we are going to continue to march, whether it happens to be marching in the Midwest, marching in Madison, or marching to the St. Francis. We're going to win. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I know you've been patient. We're going to finish off this rally with a great spoken word artist, Boots Riley. So please welcome Boots Riley for the end of the rally.
What's up, y'all? We're gonna keep this short and sweet. I got a accompaniment by Gabby Lala. Turn her up. Let's do it. Everybody throw your lighters up. Tell me y'all finna fight or what? Everybody get shit started. This is y'all motherfucking party. Everybody throw your lighters up. Tell me y'all finna fight or what? Everybody get shit started. This is y'all motherfucking party. Every death is an abrupt one. Every cop is a corrupt one. What on the cash up in the trust fund. Every cat with a gap on a plus one. Every guest want a plus one. Every gentleman's a penitent. So every tribe man is innocent. Time served should be the sentence pen. Everybody wanna hit a leg. Every one of y'all is getting pimped. Every time I spit, I'm finna rip. Every cancer's a homicide. Every ball's been a running high. Every human is some kin of black. Every piece got a pin of crack. Every verse from the cardiac. Every voluntary. Every inmate want commissary. Every bank note is promissory. Every broke motherfucker finna form a gang. When we come, we're taking everything. Everything.
matter what. Everybody get shit started. This is y'all motherfucking party. Every Mac want a Cadillac. Every Mark want they spiller back. Every knock wanna hit a crack in a park or a Pontiac. Where every little sin is to the rent, and every roach is a resident. Every truth ain't evident. Every slave story present tense. Every uprising consequence. Every time it be something sweet. Every banker's a fucking thief. Everybody better holler with me. Every fee need $1.50. Every crime that I do is petty. Every criminal is rich already. Every landlord got a complex. Every single is a bomb threat. Every single man hate my verse. Everybody they gon' get it first. Every broke motherfucker finna form a gang. When we come, we taking everything. Everything. When we come, we taking everything.